So welcome all to our webinar. Today we are going to just explain the entire features related to our outstanding management with Busy, which is on accelerate due recovery, efficient outstanding management with Busy. Today we will explore effective strategies for managing outstanding payments and maximizing cash flow using Busy software. We will delve into best practice tools and tips to streamline your due recovery process and enhance your overall financial management. So let's get started with the webinar. First, we'll understand the terms outstanding management. What is outstanding management? The outstanding management are terms in accounting referred to as systematic control and strategic oversights of a company's accounts, receivable, and payable. It involves efficiently handling outstanding payments and receivables to ensure a healthy cash flow and financial stability. Now, there are two modes of transaction in our accounting. One may be a cash transaction and another one may be a credit transaction. In case of cash transaction, payments are made immediately. That means whenever we are going to raise an invoice to a customer, the customer is going to make the payment instantly. Either it may be through cash, card, or UPI, any kind of method it may be. In case of credit transactions, payments are not made immediately. Okay, so that customers are defined as a credit customer. In case of credit transactions, we generally manage the two most important reports, that is the account payable and the receivable. Okay, that is account receivable. The account payable means if you are going to purchase any goods from a supplier, in that case, if any dues is recorded according to your end, that you are going to pay to your supplier that you have not been paid previously, then that are recorded under accounts payable report. Account receivable, that means if you are going to sell any product to your customer and the customer is not going to pay you instantly the amount of that invoice value, he or she is going to pay after 2-3 days or after a certain period of time, then that type of transaction is defined as a credit transaction and that record reflects on the account receivable. So all the customers related transactions reflect on account receivable report and all the supplier related transactions reflect under accounts payable report. So the credit transaction reflect on both this kind of report. It may be accounts payable and it may be accounts receivable. Coming on the next slide. Now let's assume that Suraj is a company owner and he is a distributor. He is going to buy goods from a supplier and sell them to the customer. So some of the transactions are recorded on credit. Okay. So in that scenario, few months ago, Suraj was facing a lot of challenges in maintaining the outstanding management and was supposed to waste a lot of time in checking the pending balance. Okay, so now it's become quite easier for Suraj to manage outstanding balance. Now he can give a same amount of time to his business to grow his business. So let's see how or what solution we have gave to Suraj through our business software. The challenges that were faced by Suraj in maintaining the outstanding management was to maintain the details of the credit parties and the customers. Okay, that means that includes the party address. That also includes the credit limit details. That may also include the credit days details. So in Busy, we are giving this options where you can fill up all the addresses of the customers. You can maintain the credit limit of the customer. You can maintain the credit days of the customer. Okay. So I'll show you practically one by one. Let me show you in busy screen also the features. So if you are going to create any party from administration master's account, you may be getting the information like, say for example, if I'm going to create some party called ABC and company. You mentioned the group as syndicator or syndicator. Syndicator in case of customers and syndicator in case of supplier. Supplier means from whom you are going to purchase the product. Okay. So here you will be getting this option, one to define credit limit. If you enable this, you can put you can get the option to put the credit limit, the value up to which you are going to give a credit limit to that particular customer. If the value exceeded, if the due exceeded against that credit limit, then it will give a warning in the busy software that look, the party's credit limit has exceeded, and you are not going to raise a bill against that customer in credit. So this kind of warning alarm system you can also set in busy software. And also, if you need to put certain address, you can put all these address over here. Credit days, you can put the credit days over here. For that, you need to enable this option called maintain bill by bill. Okay. So once you enable this option, you will get the features to put the credit days in case of sale for that particular customer to whom you are going to sell the product. Okay. So if you need to enable the credit limit options, from where you can enable the credit limit option, first step was to go to administration, configure features and options, and in accounts you will get this option called credit limit. Okay, so you can enable this option credit limit so that you can put the limit in each and every customer whenever you're going to create the party name. Okay. And also, if you're going to maintain the credit days, then you have to enable this feature called bill by bill detail. So if you enable both these features, then you can get this option in the account master. So here you can get these options to mention the credit limit as well as the credit days also. Here you can mention the credit days also. Okay. So this feature you can get in busy software. Coming on the next challenges, that is tracking every bill. Tracking every bill in the sense, if you need to track each and every bill of your customers or your supplier, that against which bill I've got the payment and against which bill the payment is due till date, then you can manage the tracking for each and every bill, or you can track bill reference wise also. So for that, Busy is going to give a solution that is called bill by bill detail. Okay, so you can enable that bill by bill detail, and also you can create bill reference of a transaction and you can adjust that reference. Let me show you practically in Busy. As I shown you previously, the features called bill by bill, you can enable the feature from administration, configuration, features and options. In accounting tab or in accounts tab, you will get this option called bill by bill detail. Okay, and once you enable this bill by bill detail, you go to account master. Let's say, for example, ABC and company is a party, it's a customer. You can enable these options for maintain bill by bill. Okay, once you enable these options, if you are going to raise an invoice against this party, let's say, for example, if I'm going to raise an invoice against this party, and if I save this transaction, here this bill by bill reference box will appear where you can select new reference, or you can adjust with the previous transactions also. Adjust in the sense, if there is any advance payment you have received from this party, you can adjust that. Okay, or if you are going to generate a new reference against this particular bill, you can generate a new reference also. Okay. So once you save this, a reference will appear against this party, and if you need to adjust this reference, you can get an option to auto adjust the reference from this utility. Reference management wizard. So auto adjust, how this will work? First, if you generate this bill and somehow you have got the payment from that customer, if you go to receipt, for you it's a receipt entry. So once you go to receive the amount from that customer for ABC and company, let's say, for example, I want to receive this amount. Now you have not adjusted with the previous bill. So the previous bill was 90,000. Okay, let's say I put the amount as 90,000, and you have not adjusted with this 90,000. Okay, so you you have not recorded the adjustment detail on this box, bill by bill box. You have just omit and save the transaction. Okay, you received in bank and you save this transaction. So in this case, if you need to do the auto adjustment from the back end, there may be a multiple receipt entry with multiple customers that you have not adjusted with any particular bill. So it's a very hectic work that for each and every transaction you have to go to the modify option of the receipt and you have to adjust that bill. So it's a very hectic work. If you want to reduce this kind of work, or if you want to omit this kind of work, then you can use this utility called auto adjustment reference, which comes under administration, utilities, reference management wizard, auto adjustment reference, bill wise reference. Okay, so here you can select, you want to adjust all the references of that particular bill with that receipt entry for that particular party. Then you can select one account and you can select the party, and if you press OK, then a message will display over here that you are going to choose to auto adjust all the bill wise reference on FIFO basis. That means all the adjustment will be done on FIFO basis. That means if you have recorded 2-3 bill of that particular party, and if you have recorded 2-3 receipt entry of that particular party also, so it will adjust with the all the receipt entry will adjust first with the first bill, then with the second, then with the third. So it will move on in FIFO method. So the adjustment will work on FIFO basis. Okay, so if you save this, if the reference of the adjustment has been successfully done, is to auto adjust the receipt entry with the pending bill. Okay. Next challenges that appear, that is how to let a customer know that your payment is due. That means if you are having any due reports in your software, how do a customer get a reminder that certain amount is due at your end? So for that, Busy is giving a advanced solution, that is you can share the payment reminder with the customer through email, and if you want to share it through WhatsApp also you can share it. But apart from this, Busy is also giving an auto payment reminder option that will reflect automatically to that customers via mail on a schedule basis. That means once you set a schedule, you want to place the payment reminder to your customers on daily basis, you want to place the payment reminder to your customer on weekly basis or monthly basis, or in a time frame mode, then that auto payment reminder system is also available in Busy, to which you can easily notify your customers that look, these are the bill that has been pending at our end from your side, so kindly pay the amount. So let me show you first the manual process, how you can share the payment reminder, or you can say the statement of account. You can go to print email SMS. Here you will get the option for outstanding RFP report. Here you can get the payment reminder option. If you click on this payment reminder, if you are going to share the payment reminder on the basis of balance only, pending bill and due bill, here you can get 3 kind of options, showing balance only, pending bill and due bill. What is the difference between these 3? Balance only will show only the total balance, the total due amount, or you can say the total balance amount that is available in your software related to that customer. The customer not paid this balance amount till now, so it will show the balance only options. It will not show bill wise options. Okay, pending bill or due bill, it will show in the bill reference wise. That means if that customer has 2-3 bills, it will show bill number wise, it will show bill reference wise, that against which bill what value is pending. What is the difference between pending and due bill? Pending bill basically reflects the entire pending amount that may be before or after the due date or due date basis. Okay, so it will not consider the due bill normally. Pending means it may be a earlier pending amount also for that particular bill, but due bill defined on the basis of due date. It will reflect all the current bill, or it will reflect the immediate outstanding amount that the customer needs to pay because the customer's due date has been it has been overdue. The customer's days has been overdue, so the customer needs to immediately pay the due bill. So due bill means the report of an immediate outstanding amount that reflect on the basis of due date that has been overdue. Okay, and pending bill include overall bill that may be where if the customer doesn't mention any due date, then also that will reflect on the pending bill. Okay. Now, if we go with the due bill and if you select one party, and let's say for example, if you select this party called A1 Trading Company, here you can see you can email this statement. A PDF attachment will get converted, and you can email this to the party email ID. The party email ID will also get reflected automatically over here, because if I show you the email ID of this party, you can see I've mentioned the email ID here as kuntal.dashgupta@busy.in. Let's say for example this is the email ID of this party. So once you're going to click on this email button, the email ID will get reflected automatically. The attachment will take place. The PDF attachment will take place for that pending or for the due bill report. Okay, statement. Now, if you need to send through Busy BNS app also, called a business notification service app. If the customer install that app in their phone, then also customer can get a notification of email reminder to Busy BNS app. Once you click on this, you click on the send button, then along with the PDF attachment, a message will drop on the BNS app. Okay, that dear party, please find the attached list of the due bill. Okay, the mobile number will get picked automatically from the party master. And if you need to send automatically the payment reminders as per the schedule, then in that case you can do one thing. You can use the busy agent utility that will help you to send the payment reminder automatically. So in busy agent, you all may be knowing that busy agent helps in different way. Busy agent helps to take auto backup in Google Drive, local drive. Busy agent helps to auto upload and receive the data from Busy mobile app. So Busy agent is also going to help for auto sending the payment reminder to your customers. So if you click on this payment reminder, you will get to see the company list. So how you are going to get this company list? First, you have to go to the general configuration. There you can select the data directory path from where your company is going to company's data is available. So once you are going to open Busy, you will find the data directory path from where the company lists are going to show. You have to put that same data directory path over here, and you have to put your Gmail SMTP server. That means you have to put your Gmail ID or whatever ID. You may be having Yahoo ID or you may be having Gmail ID. So whatever ID you are having, you have to put that email ID over here, username. If you are having a Gmail ID, then you have to put SMTP server as smtp.gmail.com, and you have to put the app password. In Gmail, you may be getting this app password from the security option on your account. In Gmail account, you will get a security option from where you can generate your app password. You can put that app password, and then you go to payment reminder, where you can get the list of if you enable these options, it will be disabled. If you enable these options, you will get all the list of the company from where you are going to pick the particular party of the particular company. So if I select this company, if I'm going to send auto reminder for this company, so once I select this company, I will be getting an option to select the party or the customer under this company. So I can select this party called A1 Trading Company. Okay, click OK. I can select a single party. If I'm going to select a group of party, I can select group of party. If I'm going to select selective parties, I can get to select selective parties also. So here are multiple options, whatever you want to choose. And if I select a single party, and if I set a time that every day On this time, auto payment reminder should reflect on the party's mail ID. Okay. If I want to set the scheduling on weekly basis, I can set the scheduling on weekly basis. Okay. Uh, I can mention the time also on which this time the payment reminder will get reflect on the party's email ID. If I want to set in fortnight basis, I can set in fortnight. Means from within 15 days, payment reminder will get reflect. After 15 days, another payment reminder will reflect to that part. Okay. So if I want to set monthly basis, I can set monthly basis. Okay. I can define the date of the month. Okay. Date means the on monthly how many times I want to share the payment reminder mail. I can mention that. Also, if I select the type of statement that I am going to share it, I am going to share a balance only statement, I am going to share a pending bill statement, I am going to share a due bill. If by default I select this due bill, let's suppose for example if you are having 2-3 customers and one customer that is bill by bill reference is open enabled and another customer the bill by bill reference is not enabled, so you doesn't need to maintain the second customer bill by bill detail, you just want to maintain it in balance only mode. So it doesn't matter on that case. If you select due bill, then also system will verify and get to know that whether which customer is having bill by bill reference enable and which customer is not having bill by bill reference enable. Okay, so accordingly that the statement will refer to that particular customer's mail ID. Okay, so if I save this, for example, I want to share it on daily basis, I mention a specific time. Okay, so if I mention the specific time, for example, so if I save this, the configure has been saved. So once the time will be 3:29, the payment reminder will reflect on the mail ID. Okay. So in this case, a message will comes over here. The payment reminder configuration will get started, and a message will come that email has been sent to that party. So how the email comes? Let me show you the mail. So the mail will come in this way. See, in this way a statement will appear. Hi, as of 29th, there was a remaining of outstanding balance of rupees 31,064 payable to us for due bill. So this is a statement. It will reflect on the email ID along with the PDF attachment of the statement. So this the detailed information regarding the due bill has been provided for your review. Kindly arrange for a settlement of this amount at earliest convenience. Okay, with best regards and your company name. Okay, so this is the payment reminder statement. So I have shared it with a due bill basis. So this is the due statement. So it will reflect automatically to the party's mail ID according to the scheduling time or scheduling basis. Okay. So this statement is similar to the statement that you are going to have in busy. So we are going to share the statement in manual basis, not in automated basis. Here also you can see the same statement is the format is same. Basically, I am going to say the format is same. Whatever format, whatever default format is in busy, that according to that format, the payment reminder statement will reflect to the party's mail ID. If I show you the format, you can see the format is same, showing this reference number, type, date, total amount, pending amount, due date, and due date. Same thing you can get in this email ID attachment also. Date, type, reference number, total amount, due date. Okay, due amount and due date. Next challenges that appears mostly that is if there is a delay in the payment. That means if the customer is going to pay you after exceeding the due date, then you may charge an interest amount. If the due date is 10 days and the customer is going to pay you in the 12th day, then 2 days interest you may be going to charge extra to that customer. So how you can calculate that interest on the due date basis or on the due date basis. So for that in busy we are giving this interest calculation option. First, what you have to do, you have to go to administration, configuration, features and options. Under accounts, you will get an option called account wise interest rate. Okay, so let me highlight this feature, account wise interest rate. Okay, so you can enable these options, and once you save this, you will be able to put the interest percentage for each and every customer. Okay, so let's say for example, even trading companies, if you want to set certain interest rate over here, you can mention certain interest rate over here, 1%. I am going to charge 1% interest if the customer exceeds the due date. Let's say the due date is 10 days. Or I may be charging interest from the date from the date from which I have generated the invoice. Okay, and up to till date. So in that case, you will be getting an option in the display that is called interest calculation. So if you want to generate interest or you want to record interest for the customers, you can go to bill receivable options. You can select one account and you can select the particular customer. And here you can mention the starting date and ending date. Okay. And now here interest calculate as on. From which date you are going to calculate the interest. You can mention the interest calculation date. Here you will get three options. First, interest calculation type is called flat rate. Flat rate means you can put the rate of interest. No matter whatever interest you have mentioned in the individual party master. You may be mentioning 1% for A party, you may be mentioning 2% for B party. But if you mention a flat rate interest over here, let's say for example 2%, then it will not pick the interest percentage from that party master. It will calculate the interest amount on the basis of this flat rate for each and every customer. It will be fixed. It will get fixed for each and every customer. Okay. Now if you mention 0 over here, in this case, it will pick from the party master. Okay. Here another option is coming slab basis. Days basis. That means if you want to set an interest percentage, if you want to bifurcate the interest percentage on the basis of days, let's say for example, up to 10 days if the value is due, then I will charge 1%. Above 10 days if the value is due, then I will charge 2%. Okay, so in this case, in this way you can bifurcate the interest percentage. Okay, and amount basis, if in the case of amount basis, what will happen? If the due amount is up to 1 lakh, then I will charge 1% interest. If the due amount is above 1 lakh, then I will charge 2% interest. So you can set interest percentage on amount basis slab, on days basis slab, and in flat rate basis. Flat rate will not analyze the days basis and amount basis slab. Flat rate means you are going to fix the rate of interest for all the customers, or you are going to fix the interest percentage from the customer master. If you mention the interest percentage over here, that means it is fixed for all the customers. If you mention 0 and if you mention interest calculation type flat rate, then it will fix the interest percentage from the account master. Okay. So here another option comes grace period. That means how much days you are going to give as a grace. That means on that days, if your due is for 10 days and you are giving a grace of 2 days, that means interest will charge on 8 days, not on 10 days. Okay. And number of days in year is by default is 365 days. You can calculate the interest percentage on the basis of 365 days. So it will come by default. If you need to change it, you can change it. But normally, a year comes with a days of 365. Okay. Now, here another option is coming, exclude auto-generate interest voucher. Okay. That means if you enable this, then whatever interest value is coming, that will not from that report it will not allow, or system will not allow to generate an interest voucher against that interest amount. Okay, if you enable this option. If I disable these options, then what will happen? Let's see. Here you can see the interest amount is coming. How this 54 amount is coming? Let me show you the calculation. Let's say, for example, the due date is 165. Okay, so your due amount is 11,990. Let's say, for example, I'm pressing F10, calculate. Suppose 11,990 is the actual due amount. Okay, so 11,990 is the total balance amount for this bill, and due date is 165. Okay, and the interest is I have calculated the interest on the basis of 2%, or you can say 1%. Sorry, interest rate is 1% for this party. I mentioned 1% interest in the party master. Okay, so if I mention the interest into 1%, then it's coming 119. Okay, so 119 divided 119 is the total interest amount for 365 days. I need to calculate the per day interest. So I will divide this by 365. 365 in a year. So it's coming. Okay, so if I multiply with this 165 days. Okay, if I go to multiply with this 165 days. Okay, so this total interest is coming 54.20. You can see 54 is coming on round off mode. Okay, so this is the calculation that is coming. Let me repeat the calculation once again. I have mentioned 11,990 my total due amount. So total due amount, which is 11,990 divided by 11,990 into 1% interest, that will come the total interest for a year. Okay, so after multiplying with 1%, the value, whatever value it may come, for example, it's coming 119. That 119 will be divided by 365 days. So that per day interest will come, and how many days is due? It's 165 days is due. So for total 165 days, the interest amount is 54. So this is the formula to calculate interest amount. Okay. So now if you press here, another option is saying that press F4 to post interest. So if you press F4 from here, if you press F4 from here, a journal posting option will appear. You can select the series. Okay, and you can mention the voucher date. You can select the interest receivable account. So if I create an interest receivable account, I'm pressing F3 button to create an interest receivable account. This is actually an income indirect. Okay, so if I want to create a bill reference, I can enable this, or I can disable this. Now narration will also will reflect interest receivable for the period of 1/4/2024 to 39 till date. From 1/4, my bill date was 1/4, 1st of April, and I'm going to see the report on 39. I'm going to calculate the interest up to 39. So from 1/4 to 39, total due date is 165 days. So according to the formula, the interest amount is 54 for 165 days. Okay. So I press OK from here, an auto journal posting will take place. If I show you the journal once again. So here you can see the interest amount, where you can see interest receivable has been credited with the ledger and debit has been done with the party ledger name with the interest amount, whatever interest amount is defined. Okay, so it will take the total interest amount. Okay, so if I'm going to see the interest report once again, so you can see the total interest amount is 139. 54 plus 45 plus 37 plus 3 is 139. So consolidated interest general payable interest receivable general posting has been appeared from this report, interest report, through a shortcut key called F4. Okay. Coming on the next slide. petty amount adjustment. How to write off the petty amount of receivable. Auto adjustment of petty receivable in a sale. Okay. So in Busy, we are giving this option to adjust the petty amount, or you can say the bad debt or waive off. That means if you are going to collect the amount, if the bill value was 1000 and you have collected, for example, 990 from the customer, and customer is saying that 10 rupees I would not be able to pay you. Let's take this as a bad debt, or take it as a waive off. Okay. So this is defined as a petty amount adjustment. So if you completely want to waive off the entire balance of that customer, outstanding balance, and in that case, this is giving the option to adjust that petty reference from the receivable. So how it is possible? Let me show you the feature. We go to outstanding analysis, which is under display. Go to amount receivable. Okay. So we select the account group, or if I select the details, if I select E1 trading, press OK. Now here you can see Control F4 to clear account balance. Okay. So if you press Control F4, okay. So from here you can clear the balance. Let's say, for example, let me show you that this is the total amount, and if we're going to collect the amount 31203, for example, if I'm going to collect the total 31203 from the received voucher from the party E1, I'm going to collect on 31st, for example. So total current balance is 31203. Let's say, for example, I'm collecting 31202, for example. Okay, and I'm going to adjust with all these bills. Okay. Now if I go to see the amount receivable balance of that particular customer, now here you can see 1 rupee is the balance. Now you want to clear this balance. You say, the customer says that, okay, you do one thing, you waive off this balance. I may not be paying you 1 rupees more. So please close my balance. Okay. So if you need to adjust this kind of balances that is pending for a long period, and the customer is not going to pay you certain amount, if you want to clear this amount, you can press Control F4 key, and here you can mention, this will reflect on the basis of general entry. The adjustment will take place on the basis of general entry. You can mention the general entry date, and you can select the adjustment account as interest receivable. Amount to be considered. Let's say, for example, this party may be having multiple balances, or multiple parties may be having multiple balances. If you want to consider, or if you want to place a auto general posting for only that amount which is below this mentioned amount. Let's say, for example, you are going to consider the waive of the value which is below 10 rupees or below 2 rupees. So 2 rupees or equals to 2 rupees. So your balance is 1 rupee. So there may be a multiple parties having balance of 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, 5 rupees. You said up to 10 rupees, whatever party's balance is available, I need to waive off all the party balance to the general. So you can mention 10 rupees. Okay. So it will, the system will filter, or the system will verify that what are the parties' balances below 10 rupees. So that balance will be converted into zero balance. Okay. So if you press OK button over here, a general posting will take place. Now if you go to see from the general. See, you can see the balance has been adjusted. Okay. So you can do one thing. You can select any of the wave of ledger over here. That means as I have by default selected that interest receivable, you can select any ledger. Let's say, for example, let me show you once again. For example, I'm selecting this party. This party is not having balance. Let me select group of accounts, sundry data. So let's say, for example, this party is having a balance XYZ and company. Okay. So if I press Control F4 and if this XYZ customer says that I'm not going to pay you 10,030 rupees more, please close my balance. Okay. So in that case, adjustment account you can mention as bad debt written off. Okay, you have to select the adjustment account as bad debt written off, and you can consider amount consideration option is given just to filter that if there are multiple parties, if you want to consider an amount that up to this amount, up to 10,000 or more than 10,000 or below 10,000, what are the values pending for the multiple customers? All the customers' data should get bad debt written over wave of supervision. Okay, so this is for purpose of filtration. You can omit this also, and if you press OK button, okay, against this customer there are multiple customers, and you press OK button, or if you say that if you want to filter that I want to waive off only this or below this amount. Okay, so if I press OK button, press yes button, the general posting will take place, and see all the balance has been got zero because the previous two parties balance amount was also below 10,000, so that has been adjusted. So there is no pending balance for any party. You go to see that, you can see this has been adjusted, this has been adjusted, this has been adjusted, and the bad debt has been taken off. That means you are not going to receive this amount that was previously outstanding for this customer at your end. So you have completely closed the balance of that customer. So this is how you can adjust the remaining amount that customer is not going to pay you that pending amount. Important report. Now coming on the important report that is required, that is amount receivable and payable. So the need for this amount receivable and payable is to get the exact value that how much total amount is still pending or I have not received from the customer. Okay, and similar way the option is also available, that is amount payable. So amount payable will reflect all the amount or reflect the total amount of supplier that I have doesn't pay to that supplier. That means I have purchased the value amount, I have purchased the product from the supplier, but I have not paid certain amount to that supplier. So amount payable reflects the detail of the purchase bill or the detail of the supplier, and amount receivable reflects the detail of the sale vouchers or the detail of the customer, the amount of the customer that is due. Bill receivables and payable. What is the difference between amount receivable and bill receivable? Amount receivable will not show you the bill reference number. It's a kind of summary report. But in case of bill receivable, you will get entire detail of that particular bill wise. That is called bill wise. If you want to see the bill wise detail on the basis of due report, on the basis of pending report, or on the basis of all, including clearance. If I select all, press OK, then each and every bill wise detail will reflect. You can see the bill number is showing, the reference amount is showing, the pending amount is showing, due date, all these details are showing. So it's showing on the basis of bill reference number. So if a party may be having multiple bills, so against which bill what amount is pending and what amount is due. Okay. So this is the difference between amount receivable and a bill receivable. Aging receivable, that means whatever bill that is due for a long period of time. If you want to see the bill receivable on aging receivable, you go to aging receivable, select one account, you select E1 trading, and if you press OK, then if there is any pending bill that has been due for 0 to 30 days, that means if there is any older bill pending from 0 to 30 days or from 31 to 60 days, that will reflect on this report. Okay, so right now there is no pending amount for any status. Here is a party that you can see. This is the bill that is pending more than 151 days, or due for more than 151 days. So double click over here, it will show you the sale voucher number. You can see the sale voucher number. I generated the bill on 1st of April 2024. Okay, so bill has been generated on 1st of April 2024. I am going to see the report on 31st 5 2025. Okay, so it has been pending for more than 151 days. Okay, if I need to change the slab, I can change the aging slab also. If I go to administration, okay, and if I go to configurations, I can change the aging slab from this aging analysis time slab. For accounts, I can change this. If I want to set two slabs, 0 to 30 and 31 to 60, I can set it. If you want to change from up to total, you can maximize up to 5 slabs. You can change the slab 0 to 60. You can set 61 to 80. You can change this slab according to your need. Okay, and against that you can get the reflection in the aging receivable report. Okay, so that 0 to 30, that means the older bill for the older 0 to 30 days. Okay. Similar way, same things you can get in aging payable also. Okay, and bills payable also. So aging reports basically reflect the older bills that comes under the day slab, 0 to 30s or 31 to 60s. Bill summary. Now, bill summary is basically a report that will show you the summary of the bill of all the customers and the suppliers. You go to see the bill summary report, it will show in this way: accounts name, total bill is receivable amount, total bills pay amount, net bill amount, on account and ledger balance. It will show the summary of the mode of amount that has been recorded. This you can see that it's recorded as bill received. This amount has been received. This amount has been billed. It has been reflected as a bills payable. It's a payable amount. Total net bill is 7599, and on account. That means there are certain entries that is under on account. So double click over, you can get the entire detail for each and every mode. If you want to get the report on the basis of on account, what are the on account entries? If you click on enter, you can see this is the on account entry that has been done against that part. Okay, so this is the on account entry 7599. Okay, on account means if you have not mentioned the reference detail over here. So if you have mentioned this as blank, then it will treat as an on account. It will reflect on account mode. Okay. If you not generated any reference, then it will reflect on account. If you go to bill receivable, then you find these are the bill that is pending. Okay. So this is pending bill. Okay. And if you go with the bills payable, and this is the amount that is pending as a payable. That means it's a sale return basically. That's why it's reflecting on the pending amount. And this is the ledger balance after all the adjustments. Bill by statement. Bill by statement means if you want to get the entire information about the particular, you can say bill wise, on the basis of bill wise, that against that bill, what was the total amount, what was the receivable amount, what was the payable amount, what was the due date, and what is the due date. So it will show. You can see that against this bill, or what is the total amount and what is the receivable amount. Actually, what is the receivable amount and actual what is the payable amount against that bill. So it will reflect on the bill by bill. You can see against this sale, I have received 784. So receivable is 0 and payable is also 0 in this case. I have this product with 784 and I have also received 784. Amount has been adjusted. So closing balance is 0. So there is no receivable amount, there is no payable amount for this bill. So these all are received. If I press enter over here, I can get the details. That in this date I have done the sale entry and against the sale entry I have done the receipt entry. The receipt entry has been adjusted. So go to see the receipt entry, you can see this adjustment has been done. The adjustment is done on the basis of FIFO that I have shown previously to this utility. I have done these adjustments on the basis of this utility called reference management wizard auto adjustment reference. Okay, so if I start this press OK button, then a message will appear. So auto adjust through this utility, I automatically adjust the receipt entry with the sale voucher. Okay. Bill reference detail, that means if you want to see the bill reference details, here you can get to see the detail of particular bill reference number. For example, let's suppose this is a bill number, this is a reference number. I copy this. So if any customers call you and say, please check my bill detail, I am giving my bill detail. This is my bill number, please check when I have made the payment for this bill. You want to get the entire detail about the bill reference number, you put the bill reference number, press OK. Then it will show you the entire history against that bill reference number, that when you have sold the product, when you have received the amount against this bill reference number, and if the party has returned any product against this bill number, against this invoice. So the return will also reflect over here. So it will show the entire history against that particular bill reference number. On account entries I have already shown. If you want to get the entire report of on account entries individually, then you can get it from option you also report on account entries. So whatever transaction you have done without any bill by bill reference, that kind of entry will reflect on this on account. Okay. So you can see these two general entry has been showing, but I have not mentioned any reference detail over here while doing the general voucher in that particular customer. So reflect as an on account entry. Best solution for completing business management, the complete accounting. You can get the complete accounting from starting to invoicing and up to receiving the amount, and complete GST filings and reconciliation. As you all know that from Busy we are going to get the auto reconciliation options. You can auto download 2A 2B and you can get the reconciliation report in Busy, and you can also file your GST1 directly, or you can upload the GST1 form directly in the portal. There are robust inventory management in Busy. You can maintain inventory in the summary basis. You can get stock detail report also. You can get to have stock in go down wise mode also. Quick and easy billing. There are POS system also, point of selling system, where you can scan the item and through the barcode scanning, and also you can raise the invoice within a fraction of a second. And also customize invoice format. You can customize your tax invoice format as per your need from Busy. Auto backup. So this is also very important, as this all are financial data. So you need to take your backup, or you need to be aware about your backup, so that system should take the backup automatically as per the scheduled time in a proper way, so that if any kind of issues arises in your system, you can recover your data from that Google Drive. Import bank statement. You can easily import the bank statement in Busy. Let me show you a glimpse of this bank import. You can get this option from administration's configure data export import. So before that, once you have to do that, you have to enable this feature called administration configure features and options, and accounts. You have to enable the feature called bank reconciliation. And also, if you need to maintain bank instrumental detail, that means if you need to maintain the information that the payment of the receipt amount belongs to RTGS, NEFT or check, you can enable this option. But mandatory is this bank reconciliation. To enable this feature, then you can also manage to have bank reconciliation while importing the bank statement. So for importing the bank statement, you can go to data export import, and here you can go to bank statement option. You select on this import bank statement. You can select the bank name or whatever bank you have, you having the account statement of that bank. You can also select the series for converting the statement in a transaction in receive entry and as well as in payment entry mode. So you no need to do the receive entry and payment entry. Once you upload the bank statement, your payment or receive entry will get created automatically. So let's say, for example, if I'm going to select my bank statement, so this is my account statement. If I open it, if I click on this load from Excel, then entire my transactions detail will reflect on this screen, and I can tag the ledger against that particular transaction. That means if I make any expenses, so against which ledger I've done the expenses, that will also be tagged to this account master. Okay. Coming on the next point, that is sharing by email, SMS, and WhatsApp. So entire reports, it may be outstanding payment reminder, statement of account, it may be outstanding reports, aging reports, or party-wise outstanding reports. You can share it through email, SMS, as well as WhatsApp also. User control and tracking is also available. That means you can set a user rights for this. Okay. Let me quit this operation. Getting uploaded. For user rights, you can go to administration, the users, and from here you can create a username. You can mention your menu. You can mention your rights over here. You can mention your username. You can set your menu rights for that particular user. So in sales, you doesn't need to give him modify options. You can disable this option. The user right option is also available. If you want to say that I would suppose to show him only the party outstanding report. I will not show him the balance sheet and PL of my company. Then also you can do it. So it depends on user right. Reconciliations with e-com, that is also e-commerce. That is also an add-on feature that Busy is providing. You can collect or you can download the orders, the returns entries, the payment settlement entries from Amazon, Flipkart, and Shopify, and that entries will reflect automatically in Busy. That means posting will take place in Busy. You no need to do the posting manually. So your GST compliance, your accounting compliance will be completely taken care with this add-on called Busy Recom. So you can easily reconcile your data from the e-commerce platform. Busy Online. So those who want to access the software from anytime, anywhere, cloud, Busy is also providing cloud-based system. So you can use Busy's cloud server so that you can operate your accounts data from anytime, anywhere. Okay. Further, for any assistance, you can connect our 24/7 helpline number for support.